Hi, I'm Jennifer L. Kelly, middle school language arts teacher and author of Lucia Chronicles. Today I am bringing to you a short video on theme. Theme is something that I teach in my middle school language arts classroom when I teach the literary elements. It's also something that is relevant to your writing, whether you are a nonfiction or a fiction writer. So what is theme? Theme is more or less the author's message to the reader. Typically in expository text or nonfiction, you can think of it as the author's main idea, but oftentimes theme is something symbolic like love or friendship or loyalty, or it can be something a little deeper than that, like let's see, keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer, or something along those lines, or friends are the family that you choose could also be a theme. So how does theme come about in your writing? Do you think about theme beforehand? Do you just write and then your theme kind of comes to life? Well, for me, in my experience with theme, it seems that I inadvertently have the same sort of theme running through all of my writing. So right now I have a trilogy that's completed and published. I have a nonfiction project that's probably going to be published later this month. I'm just waiting on some finalizing details with cover, and I was having some conversion issues. So I have that going on. And then on top of that, I have a picture book that I've recently written, and I'm currently in the stage of looking for an illustrator. And inadvertently, the same themes keep popping up. And I think that that is kind of my subconscious telling me that those are the things that are important to me. So typically all of my writings, whether they're not the nonfiction project, my fiction writing, or the picture book that I wrote, I have themes of hope, themes of love, and an underlying message that the world is much bigger than simply us, that the universe is gigantic, and that we are just part of, one thread in the tapestry of the universe is kind of the themes that seem to surface in all of my writing. I have a bachelor's in English, and I know that during my studies, which was kind of a long time ago now, but during my studies, I know that you would study an author, and often authors or poets would often have underlying themes throughout their work. In my Lucia Chronicles trilogy, I interweave some poems by Emily Dickinson, who I've always loved since I was pretty much a young girl. I've always found her poems kind of intriguing, and she has lots of themes about life, love, hope, eternity, death, and things like that. So that is kind of how theme happens. I would say for theme, my advice as a writer is to not force a theme. If you want to have a loose theme and you want to write a book about friendship, then that's okay. But sometimes I think if you just sit down and write, a theme comes to the surface that maybe is lying dormant in your subconscious somewhere. So that's what theme is. That's my thoughts on theme. Do you have any thoughts on theme? Do you try and lay out a theme beforehand, or do you just write and a theme comes about later? Do you even think about theme? So that's all I have for today. In the meanwhile, happy reading and happy writing.